Okay, this review is for the TP-Link C310 outdoor camera. It is both wireless and it can be wired directly to your router. It comes with this piece here, which is a weatherproof connector for the other side of that cord, and then it screws onto here to weatherproof it. The power cord connects. It has this little silicone ring that they supply it with, and you take it into this lock here, or into the other side. And as you push that in, you'll see that compress and drop in there. And that waterproofs it pretty nicely. There's no way water's getting in there. I did another video of this one, but it was too long. I want to make sure that I can put a clip in from this camera. I love these TP cameras. I have an indoor TP camera that I liked, and I like the app. So when this came up, I decided to give it a shot. It is the same quality. The only issue that I have with it is that I wish it was a little bit sharper. It's a 3 megapixel camera. For the price, it's definitely well worth it. But I just wish it was a little bit sharper. And they do sell another one that is sharper. It's a little more expensive, of course, but it is a little bit sharper. This camera has more features than the indoor camera. It has the line crossing thing, so you can set up if something crosses over the line one way or the other, you can decide which way. It'll send you an alert. The other issue that I have with these is the motion sensor, the field that you can put up to choose where you want to pick up alerts. And those shapes are only square or rectangle. You can't change the shape of it. And you'll see from my sample video, my property kind of goes out at a triangle, and I have to stack boxes on top of each other. And there's always going to be something either overhanging off of the spot that I want it on, or I'm going to wind up leaving gaps in that space. There's no way to just change that shape to some other polygon, which would be great. So they should try and fix that. That would be awesome. But the AI detection that are built into these Tapo cameras to identify people is awesome. It picks up people, anytime anyone's walking down the street in front of my house or up the sidewalk, this camera identifies them and sends me an alert. I get a few false alerts, usually when the sun is heavy, full and there's a lot of heavy shade. I think it just recognizes shapes in the shade that appear to move like a person, and it sends me an alert, but there's not many of them. The app works awesome for these things. It's super easy to set up. It's fast. It's like I can go to work and I can pull it up on the app, and it's very fast. It's easy to go through the timeline. It records 24 hours. I believe this camera can take the 256. If not, it's a 128. Goes in the bottom of the camera. There's two screws here that remove this plate. There's a reset button, and then there's the card underneath. This is the speaker. It records 24/7, which is much better than a lot of the battery powered ones that you have out there. I have another big name brand battery powered cameras, and I really don't like them. They're not good with picking up people, nowhere near as good as this thing, and they're $150 versus this thing. So I love the TP cameras. I just want to see them come out with higher megapixel cameras. That would be awesome. So the mount for this is excellent. It tightens down. There's a nut here. And then you have this little spot here. It's like a relief, so you can move the camera in different directions. It tightens down perfectly fine. The antennas are adjustable. I've left them sitting up. This was tested about as far from my router as you can get in my house, and I had absolutely no issues with it picking up and streaming the video to my phone at work. So I've had no issues with these TP cameras. I love them. The night vision is great on them. This is the same 3 megapixel camera that's in the indoor one. The indoor one is a little wider field of view. But this one is definitely better at night, without any lights, without the IR. It still has a nice, clear picture. You can make out my entire front yard, and it will still pick up people walking on the road or on the sidewalk. It's amazing for the price. So I would definitely recommend this to others. I'd have no issues with these TP cameras. I just want to mention you do get the mounting hardware with the drywall inserts, the power cable you get. This is about 10 to 15 feet long. You could probably make a longer cable if you needed to. It's a pretty standard plug there. I believe it's 3.5 millimeter. So you should be able to make your own plug if you're wiring it. And then I have it on this test bracket that I made. And if you're mounting it to a flat surface and you're not putting the cable through the wall, there is a little divot in the base that allows you to put the cord off to the side like that. You can also run it obviously through the back if you're going to drill a hole through the wall. I will eventually, when I permanently mount this, I am going to wind up hardwiring it, just to reduce the number of things that are hitting my wireless router, especially streaming cameras. But I haven't noticed any issues with that either. I usually have 3 TVs going throughout the house streaming, along with 3 of these Tapo cameras and 2 of the Reolink cameras going, and I have no issues with the internet with them. So but I love these Tapo cameras. So I'm going to end it here, and then I'm going to put a clip together of what you're going to get out of this camera. It's good for small spaces. I think it's better for small spaces, small driveways, small decks, maybe the front porch or something like that. This is excellent for that. I'm using it where it's just a wide view of the front of my yard in a major intersection in the front yard. And it works good for that. But I think it would be best suited for a smaller location just because of the low megapixel. But excellent camera, highly recommended. I'm keeping my eye on TP-Link just to see, what else they come out with, and see if I can't get something that has a sharper image. But I'm very happy with this, so hope that helps. Thank you.
All right, so I turned off the HDR part of this, and I think the video looks much better. For whatever reason, the HDR just washes everything out. So anyway, here's another example of what it looks like without the HDR on. So this is an example of the video and the audio quality, and let's see how this looks. I'm getting an alert that there's a human detected, so that's good news that I'm considered a human. Anyway, I'm standing out here in the rain because I wanted to get a better shot of the non-HDR footage, which in my opinion is considerably better. But I also wanted to test the audio. It seems like there's a big lag in the audio. So anyway, that is my little test on this rainy day.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna come in here and screw around with this thing. It looks cool. Oh neat, look at this stuff. Alarm starts to go off and starts blinking. I like it. That helps. All right, now we
Todo lo que no tiene que poner la mano, le pone la mano. ¿Ves eso? Vaya para allá.